Do you struggle to find motivation to exercise because you're already dealing with a ton of stress in your life? Or is exercise your way of dealing with stress? Either way, in this video, we're going to talk about, is exercise helping you or hindering you from getting the results that you want in your healing protocol? Let's do this.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hi, my name is Jami J. Miller, functional diagnostic health expert, and welcome to my channel, Aging with Impact. This is where I help people in their 40s and 50s and 60s overcome gut, brain, and mindset issues that keeps them from aging with impact. I am dedicated to bringing you life and health changing content every single week, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Before we start, let's back up just a little bit, and I want to talk to you about distress and eustress. You see, most people don't realize that you can have good stress in your life and then also, obviously, the negative stress. Distress is the negative stress. It refers to basically anything that brings you anxiety or may affect you in a negative way against your mental health. Honestly, turn on the news and there you go. It's all about distress. It could be financial problems. It could be relationship problems. It could be, but it could also be biological problems. In other words, we talk a lot about gut health in my channel. And one of the things that we learn as we're testing our gut health and figuring out what's going on there is that any of the biological issues that you're suffering in your gut can cause internal distress on the body, which is a negative stress on the body. Now, the opposite of negative stress is positive stress. And I really don't think that we spend enough time trying to actively cultivate good stress in our life. So for instance, good stress, which is called eustress, is things that make you feel good. In fact, some people may unwind at the end of a week or a very stressful week, negatively stressful week, with things like jumping out of an airplane or riding on a roller coaster or anything that may bring them this rush of adrenaline that makes them feel really good. That is a form of eustress. So you can see here the difference between the two. Now, let's talk about what season of life that you're in. So now we know good stress and now we know bad stress. Let's talk about where you're at in life because you're going to want to answer these questions. Am I getting good sleep? Am I working out consistently right now and then being able to recover from those workouts, which means your muscle soreness is not lasting more than 24 hours. You're getting good energetic results from your energy 2 hours or less after a workout, and you're sustaining that. In other words, you're not just going to the end of the day and just completely exhausted. Are you struggling to get motivated to work out? In other words, you're making excuse after excuse after excuse not to work out because it's really not giving you that beneficial adrenaline that it once did. Are you having hormonal issues? Much of my practice, my clients come to me and they're dealing with gut, energy issues, sleep issues, hormonal issues, and also the inability to lose weight. In fact, are you eating what you think is relatively a good solid diet, working out, and not losing weight? This is a huge indicator of how your body is adapting either to eustress or distress with your exercise. Are you struggling to even get to the gym or even figuring out what the purpose is in your workouts? All of these things are things that happen seasonally. You're going to have seasons where you're motivated and you're going to have seasons where you're not. You're going to have seasons where you have more stress. I mean, I am the mom of 2 almost teenagers. I have a preteen and a teenager right now. And April and May are absolutely exhausting in the school schedule. Everything gets crammed in these 2 months. And I noticed that it's really requiring me to dig up more effort to do the things that make me feel good. So as of this week, I have adjusted my workout schedule. So let's talk about that. Exercise. Exercise can either be a eustress or a distress, and depending on what you answered in those questions will be a deciding factor on what it is providing for you right now. And again, it can work against you or it can work for you. And I know. All you hear is everybody needs to work out, everybody needs to move more and eat less. And honestly, we're moving away from that, guys. We want to have mindful workouts, and we want to also see how the body is responding to the things that we do. Now, I'm going to stop right there and I'm going to ask you, hey, if this is already bringing you value, smash that subscribe button, make a comment down below, and tell me when you are working out. Do you work out in the morning? Do you work out in the evening? Do you work out in the afternoon? And hang on just a little bit longer, because at the very end, I'm going to tell you the number one exercise I think that everyone, no matter what your fitness level is, no matter what your stress life is, no matter what's going on in your world, no matter what your age is, the one exercise I think everyone should be doing. All right, so again, going back to what we were talking about, eustress versus distress, we talked about the difference between the two. We talked about establishing or understanding the season of life that you're in. And now I'm going to talk about how you decide, based off the answering of those questions, what type of workouts that you need to do. So if you are in a season of high stress, if you are in a season of big relational changes, divorces, or maybe you are working on specific things in your relationship with your kids, or parenting, big parenting goals going on at the moment where you're spending more time with them, you're being more present, you're really trying to adjust to their moods and their different ways of trying to figure out this world. If you are dealing with big, deep internal work issues, and most importantly at all, if you are dealing with a healing protocol, maybe you have some major biological symptoms that are going on that you're really concerned about, and you're starting the process of learning what you can do about that. And I know, for instance, in my gut health protocol, my programs, I ask my clients to take a step back from their exercise routine, and we reevaluate the whole process based off that protocol, because I need the exercise program to bring eustress to that person for it to be effective for their gut healing. All right. So if those are the foundations or the parameters of which your life is in right now, I want to first encourage you. It's totally seasonal. I promise you things will get better, but we want to be able to come out on the other side 10% better than when we started. We don't want to come out beaten up from the war zone. Even though you are going to make it, we can definitely reach the other side in a better condition. And that's what we're going to do here. So if that is you, I'm going to ask you to do more steady state exercise work. Does that make sense? More steady state exercise work. This means no intervals, no intense powerlifting, no high intensity HIIT workouts, no hardcore CrossFit workouts, those type of things, no hardcore or long-term marathon running, those type of things. Pull back from that. And you want to do longer, steady state. And when I say longer, I mean maximum 30 to 45 minutes, and 45 minutes may actually be a little bit too long. 30 minutes is about that sweet spot. Now, that doesn't necessarily include warm up, and that doesn't necessarily include recovery, but 30 minutes of just steady state workout, steady state movement. So a light jog or walking or hiking, anything along those lines for a steady state time. You can increase the incline a little bit if you're on the treadmill, or of course, if you're out in the elements and you're walking around your neighborhood, then obviously the elevation is going to change, or the hills, not hills, whatever. So you can definitely incorporate those in there for a good solid 20 to 30 minutes. Your heart rate is up, but it's not bursting. Okay, it's not bursting, and it gives you life. While you are doing this, you are required to do something you enjoy. Is there a book on Audible that you've been wanting to read? Is there a friend you want to talk to that you can say, hey, I'm working out, but I need you right now. Can we I know we haven't caught up, but let's do it now. Maybe watch a movie if you're on a treadmill, and you can do that. Or something that brings you joy. I love to listen to podcasts while I'm doing these walks every single day. Now, I walk several times a day. I have it included in my actual workout routine, but I also have times where it brings me complete joy, which is after dinner with my girls and my dogs. This is a time where we talk. It's really been life-changing for myself and my teen. And we just get outside in nature, and also the sun, which is usually going down, and we get to enjoy that time. And my dogs get a walk too, because they are some lazy dogs. All right. So again, steady state workouts. Now, this also does include strength training. So maybe on your off days, or even on the days that you do strength training, you can do a shorter walk or maybe incline and to increase the intensity. Do a steady state lifting. When I say that, that means no power moves. And then just work on a few muscle groups at a time, and then do that a couple times a week. So let's say maybe you would strength train on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then you would just do longer, maybe 45-minute to an hour walks on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. All right, giving your day of rest maybe on Sunday. That's just an example. That's not exactly how it works out for me every week, but I adjust with each week. So those are some examples of how you would adjust. And the reason why is because you want to dedicate just as much time to recovery, doing things that you can do to recover your body, such as taking detox baths, getting into the sauna. Stretching is a huge one, guys, that we definitely tend to shy away from. Doing all those times, you want to spend as much time recovering each day as you do actually working out. And that might be the trick for you that you need to really cultivate a love relationship and get back into the eustress feeling of exercise versus the distress feeling of exercise. Letting it be a blessing instead of a burden. And as promised, this very last few minutes of this video, again, hit subscribe and comment and share. Tell me what time you work out during the day. I would love to comment and dialogue with you on that. But most importantly, I would say the number one exercise, I've already mentioned it in this video, is walking. Whether you do it as a part of your exercise routine, but you do it additionally as something you do with your family or with a pet or somebody that you love, even if they're on the phone, make sure you're walking. And I would say the best time to do that is in the evening after you've had your evening meal. And again, even if it's 20 to 30 minutes, it's highly beneficial. Enjoy, be outside if you can, but of course a treadmill will do the job as well. And really see how this change in your workout routine during this stressful season of your life will give you exactly the cortisol balancing and the boost that you need to get the healing and the results that you're looking for.